Well, hello everyone. In case you didn't know, the biggest motorcycle rally in the country is about to arrive here in Sturgis, South Dakota. This morning, I have the opportunity to speak with the chief of police here in the city of Sturgis and learn what impact this event has on his agency as well as the city as a whole, and what we as rally goers might need to know before arriving. By the way, if you're new here, our channel is about RVing and motorcycling. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you along for the ride. Now, let's go inside and see the chief. Chief, how does the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally impact your agency and the city as a whole?
So we go, like I was talking earlier, we're a town of 7,000 people, and for 10 days we jump up to one of the bigger towns, bigger cities in the state of South Dakota. You know, we can have anywhere from 400,000 people coming through here, upwards of, I think 2015 was the 75th rally, and we had over 700,000 western South Dakota, but they all came through. So I mean, it taxes not only the police department, but our public works, our rallying events. Every entity, our fire and ambulance, every entity in the city is taxed, and we're running at max capacity.
Chief, the Sturgis Police Department is a relatively small agency. How do you guys handle such a large-scale event?
We're a department of about 19 sworn officers with 3 civilian staff, and then during the rally we ramp up to probably the 3rd largest police department in the state of South Dakota. We recruit officers from Alabama, Ohio, Washington State, Arizona, Texas, Montana. The main ones are probably North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, and Minnesota. We essentially hire them for 10 days as a Sturgis police officer. We couldn't do it without them. We have foot teams, you know, we have bicycle teams, we have motorcycle teams, and we have car teams, and then we also have undercover teams. So 12-hour shifts, no time off. All in all, it's a good time though. I mean, our officers enjoy it, and 90% of the people we deal with are pleasant and cooperative. So
generally speaking, what are your officers looking for during the rally?
This will be year 2 of open container, so we're making sure that they're abiding by the city ordinance and that the open container is the proper alcohol type and the proper container. It has to be an event cup, and it can only be beer and wine, so that's one of the things they're looking for. A lot of people come into Sturgis thinking there's no rules, and when you talk to them, they're like, well, it's Sturgis. Yeah. Do you do this stuff in your hometown? No. Why? Because you get in trouble. Well, there's rules here that we got to hold you accountable. So we are out there enforcing. Driving under influence is probably a big one, and then a lot of drugs, and then open containers and motor vehicles. Our biggest calls for service that we have, and one of the issues that we've had for years, would believe it or not, everybody thinks it's some high fancy crime, is parking. But parking is a premium around here, and you'll get people parking in handicap, you'll get people parking motorcycle only, they'll park in people's driveways, they'll park in alleyways, and so we have parking enforcement that drives around and tickets and tows vehicles that are parked illegally. So that's probably one of our #1 calls for service. It's also our #1 complaint. It's a $20 ticket usually for the most part. But it gets pretty spendy with the toll bill. Toll bills are probably anywhere from $150 up to $500 or $600 depending on type of vehicle. So.
And what's the message the chief has for those of us who plan to attend this year's Sturgis Rally?
Well, I think a lot of people just don't understand laws or city ordinances, and I would encourage them to maybe do research, whether it's eye protection. A lot of people don't realize we have eye protection, which I don't know any state that doesn't require it on a motorcycle, of either a windshield of sufficient height or some kind of lenses, dark or clear during the day, and then of course in the evening it's got to be clear of the yellow. Stop signs is another issue. People just seem to roll through them. We have people going, well, you got to put 2 feet down. Well, you got to put 1 foot down. Well, I can stop without putting any foot down. Yeah, most people can stop without, but you can't stop sufficiently, and safely take off. So we encourage them to at least put 1 foot down, stop for a couple of seconds, make sure the roadway's clear. That's probably one of the biggest things is people running stop signs through here in town. We've had people hit, we've had people get hit by cars because they failed to yield. We've had pedestrians getting hit because they're crossing and people don't stop and stop signs. So yeah, we encourage abide by all the traffic laws. And then of course the biggest thing, if you drink, don't drive. We have a lot of different rideshare programs with the buses. Each campground has bus services. We have taxis, we have rickshaws, and that's where I encourage them, if they're drinking, don't drive. Cars are not allowed on Main Street during the rally. It's only motorcycle traffic only, and we'll still get some cars trying to squeeze down there. So,
when does the city of Sturgis begin to see an uptick in activity leading up to the rally?
Shortly after July 15th, that's when we start ramping up with our tents. You see our vendors coming in. They're getting set up, bringing their shirts and their trinkets in to sell. So yeah.
Final question, Chief. When is Main Street restricted to motorcycles only?
It's technically Friday morning at 2 a.m. on August 5th. As soon as the bars close, my guys will start going through town and they will tow the vehicles, or hopefully get the patrons to move their vehicles. But if there's any vehicles, we'll clean off main streets, and then the Public Works Department comes in and they put barricades up and they shut it all down for motorcycle traffic only. And then every night at 2 a.m. we do the same thing. We tow so that Public Works come in and clean, because unfortunately they can't get vehicles, they can't get in there to empty trash throughout the day because there's no room with all the motorcycles and people. So 2 a.m. to about 6 a.m. it's shut down. Main Street is shut down, and side streets, so that people can, so that our Public Works can get in there, clean trash. They can clean up, pick up trash, empty the trash cans, and they can clean off the roadways, clean off the sidewalks, so that it's nice and clean for the next day.
So there you go. Many thanks to the Chief for taking time to visit with us this morning, and I want to thank all the first responders who helped keep us safe during these large-scale events. Hey, stay tuned for more videos from Sturgis, South Dakota as we roll in to the 82nd Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. See you next time.